Hola, bienvenidos. Can everyone hear me okay? See me okay? Good morning, good afternoon, maybe good night, depending on where you're coming from. I hear Denver, Scotland, Jersey's in the house. Um, I am based in Los Angeles. I'm in my West Hollywood home today, but I'm also part-time in New York. So I'm a city girl at heart. I do Fashion Week there every year. So the East Coast has a little part of me. And then whoever's in Scotland, I'm going to Switzerland in June. I've been some time in Europe, so maybe. Um, so yeah, that's perfect. And then we've got the team in the house. EDLC Media is the name of our company. We also own the LA Girl, which I'm sure if you live in Los Angeles, you know what that is. So we're the #1 lifestyle publication here in LA. Whole team is in the house today. Patty, Kelsey, can you confirm that everyone can hear, see me, and we're all good? Okay, perfect. All right, so this is me. If you have not met me, if this is your 5th time here, either way, you're going to get so much juice, so much goodness. I believe that when you show up for yourself, no matter what brought you on here today, this isn't something that you can play in the background and dip a toe into. Something and some force brought you here today. I'm not a guru. I am not here to enroll you in a new belief system or religion. I have lived and experienced so much in terms of overcoming some obstacles in my life and it leading to the biggest breakthroughs. I went through the breakdowns. Do you hear the breakdowns? I don't know what your last year was like, but to get through the beautiful breakthroughs through learning about law of attraction, vision boarding, attuning your frequency to attract the dreams that you want into your reality more quickly. Does that sound good to you? Does that sound like a gap in your life? Something that would help all of the dreams and things that you're up to? I'm just here to share with y'all what's up with me. And it so happened that a lot of people in my journey have resonated with that. I come from a really tiny town in California. It's called Los Banos. So I'm Mexican. For all my fellow Latinas, my hometown literally translates as Los Baños, which means anyone in the chat, the bathrooms. So I was born in a town called the Bathrooms. Nothing on paper said that I should have achieved half of what I've been up to in my journey. Nothing on paper said that I could have all the things that are in my reality now. But what did was the vision that I created for myself, the forecasting that, and the repetition that I fed myself daily. This didn't start from the get-go. Growing up was really hard. For anyone else out there who's like Latina or anything else, I grew up, it was harsh, okay? My parents owned a Mexican restaurant. It was called Las Margaritas. In terms like border hopper, beaner, it was like the colloquial talk in elementary school. So from a quick age, I learned I'd probably be good if I was white passing, making sure I was assimilating to what was there for me. And the narrative that I grew up with was I watched Barbie, I watched a lot of blondes in the center, love my luscious locks now. But at the time, I was like, does that mean that I can't be in the middle? So I grew up middle class, fairly well off. We went to a private school growing up, but then a public high school. But when it came time for me to graduate, the economy crash took place in 2009, if anyone remembers that. And my family, my mother, father, and sister, went through a lot. So our home was foreclosed overnight. The business of 30 years that my parents had built went under. And I experienced something that looking back, I'm really grateful for, but at the time felt like a complete breakdown in my reality, which was the crash of reality as I knew it. I got to college my first year and I returned back to my hometown to stay for the summer at my house, which my mom designed and built. My parents moved here knowing no English. So this was the mecca for them to build the house that I grew up in. But I arrived and the 2 front doors, the windows barred off, chains, like actual silver metal chains were across the windows. And I was really confused. So I called my parents and they, in all the commotion, had forgotten or didn't really know what time I was getting home from school across the state. So they hadn't told me that our home was actually being foreclosed. So the next day we spent 11 hours packing up everything, that I had ever owned. And I'm glad looking back because I was thrust into this world where following that day, my bank account was empty. I couldn't have predicted what was going to happen with my family, but my mom had spent so many years building this beautiful life for us, and I still thank her for that to this day. But she retreated into voluntary homelessness, and where she still resides today. But it was a lot of pressure, needing to figure out how to get back to college, right, and what to do with my life, having no parental guidance. Got a job at Jamba Juice. I got a 93 Honda Accord that my aunt gave me. I drove back to college, pretty scared and full of anxiety looking back, but did what I needed to do. And then I started learning about law of attraction a year in. I started reprogramming my mind. I started therapy. I started journaling. I started vision boarding. I started affirmations. And I watched these beautiful things come into my reality, while on paper, someone would have said my world was collapsing. So our items were all sold to the state of California and repurposed. So I had to buy my grandmother's urn back, $3.99. I had to save a little bit of what I could through the state. And all the while getting social media messages like, girl, I'm at a flea market. This looks like your couch because remember, we carved our initials into it. So it was a really freaking weird, bizarre college experience, but it shaped me into the woman that I am now. And everything on paper said, girl, you have an EBT card in hand. It's food stamps. If y'all haven't been there, I've been there, done that. I ended up swiping that like a black card, getting the finest cheeses, setting myself up, repeating my affirmations daily, and putting on a vision board the true reality that I saw others have, that I knew was available to me by learning about law of attraction and manifesting those results. So I share that because a lot of people say on paper that sounds good. They don't believe that it's possible for them. On paper, it sounded good, but I didn't believe that it was possible for me. So just a little example of some of the things that I've created. This is a drawing, wild. I'm like, I want to be on red carpets. I want to be in gowns. I have an affinity for fashion, for living the good life. And I don't care who says that I, on paper, cannot do that. I know that this is my reality. So I started drawing out my visions. I wasn't 7 years old, right? But it looks like a kindergartner literally drew this. However, in adulthood, I started using crayons to do these things, sort of like vision boarding. And I envisioned myself generating this beautiful personal brand for myself. And I repeated an affirmation every day for 37 days, 100 times per day. And you can see it right at the bottom. I am courageous, living and loving life to the fullest. With conviction, I practiced that daily. And just an example of what the results of vision boarding can bring. This is truly a testament to what happens when you put your heart, your soul, and your convictions into the dreams that you deserve. There's not much explanation needed, even though I had moved to Los Angeles at the time. I had a best-selling book in the personal development space, but I wasn't really broken into fashion or entertainment. Happened to get the invite, fell into my literal inbox like a miracle to the Emmys. Everyone was like, don't go big, girl. You're not a nominee. Who do you think you are? Make sure your dress blends in. Make sure that shit's short. You don't want to draw too much attention to yourself. That's like, it's a little overkill. I didn't listen. Felt really strongly connected to this damn yellow dress. I had a friend who I worked with who designed dresses. Turns out the color of the year that year, as the universe would have it, was yellow. So that's just one example of what you can create if you put your mind to it. This is a game of reverse engineering your results. So a lot of people will tell you, set your goals and see how you can get to them. In my practices, and what you're going to learn today is about setting your goals, figuring out how you would feel having all of them in your life, and feeling that way now so that they are attracted to you. They come into your space more quickly by using tools like visualization, vision boarding, and manifestation. So by being here today, you literally Monday morning have in your inbox the 5 days to manifestation mini course. It's a gift that I recorded for one of my best friends last year. We do it all the time. And I'm like, how can I make this available to everyone? It's 10 minutes a day, and you'll get that Monday for any other questions that you have lingering about manifestation. So I'm going to give you a brief description. Vision boarding is a verb. A lot of you have heard you put some photos on a board, you look at them once, and then hopefully they'll work for you. But in reality, vision boarding is an action. It's a habit. So that does not stay that you've created once. It doesn't stay put. You take it out and you create a daily habit from it. So you can't create better than you feel. What does that mean? Law of attraction is about being a tuning fork, and you have a certain frequency that you walk around in. Has anyone heard of energy? TikTok? Show of hands? Amen. We are all energetic beings, and we all have a vibration to ourselves. And the people we meet, the situations we walk into, the recurring obstacles that we might face, and even the opportunities that we encounter, they're all a result of what matches your personal vibration. How do you measure vibration? Well, a good way is by those feels. I always say, don't be afraid of being in neutral. From neutral, you can get higher. But when you are spiraling downward, the only thing that you can be a match for is more. I am a recovering complainer, recovering people pleaser. Amen. Anybody? Putting myself last, showing up instead of saying no, saying, oh, I'll be there. Yeah, I don't want her to hate me. I don't want this. I started this entire event today with Love Yourself by Justin Bieber, because I just freaking love that song where it's like, if you like the way you look that much, go love yourself. I'm gone. I'm done. Have a good life. Those are all the negative thoughts. Those are all the people pleasing habits. Those are all the complaints that you want to give into. If you love that so much, auto recurring dialogue, you go another place. You don't belong here. Done with you. Go love on yourself, because it's time to love me. So I'm in empowerment here. So that's the space that you're in this year. So that's a little bit about law of vibration that I'm going to be sharing about today. Cool. So last note before we kind of get into this session, you're going to get a lot of clarity today. There's going to be a broadcast channel available to you after this. In the broadcast channel, you're going to find the playlist, the 5 Day to Manifestation recap, a little bit about me if you don't know me yet. One, I love you. I want to get to know you too. Toxic positivity doesn't live here. Saying cover up and mask the pain with good affirmations doesn't live here, but declaring who you're going to be, who you really are, which is worthy, anointed, getting better as an intention instead of getting bitter, being a victor over the things that you face in your life instead of being a victim. That is what I am here for. So as we connect on socials and you are let into my world, there's a lot of tears. There is not one person in my life who has not seen me ugly cry. This year, I'm struggling a lot to say no to constant work because I'm an achiever. So that's just sharing personally. That's what I'm going through this year. Last year was hard. I lost my dad last year. He was my best friend. After my mom went in to her lifestyle, it's been a really hard road. People read my book and they're like, what happened to your mom? You know, I'm sure it's off to the races. I took her to her dream concert because instead of going back to rescue my family members when we lost everything, something in my heart said, if I stay true and connected to my personal dreams, I will be a whole, complete person to be able to go back to them from this space. And that is what happened. And I was able to reconnect with my dad after college, and he became the best friend I've ever had. And for the last 8 years, he was my go-to. And I had this inclination to take him on a father-daughter trip last year and tell him, Papa, you made me. I love my life. I'm so grateful that you brought me into this world. And I took him to my New York apartment. And while we were there, he was like, baby, what work do you have here? And I'm like, I have no work here in New York this weekend, Papa. Like, this is for you. You've always wanted to go to Madison Square Garden. You're just here because I planned a weekend for us. And I didn't really know at the time, but he ended up collapsing on the last day of our trip. And I lived right next to a specialty hospital that I had never known was there that saved his life for the next 3 to 4 months. So last year I experienced caregiving. I had to drop the people pleasing. I had to cut a lot of relationships out of my life. And I had 3 beautiful months with him. Till we lost him. And I'm sharing that because I still believe that my legacy and his lives with me being the best version of myself. Because you can let loss take you out and grief and pain. You can even let the pain of not achieving your goals yet, not being where you want to be, not living in the right house, not having attracted the right partner, not doing the things you think you should have done by this age or this time in your life, wreck your state of being, or you can use your state of being as a container to attract the things you deserve and to amplify the legacy that your loved ones even created you here for. So the pants I'm wearing, just a note, I love fashion. After this, you're added to the broadcast channels. And in the broadcast channels, we're giving away fashion prizes all week long. I took his pants and I had them tailored, and now they're my size. So I got to walk around in my papa's pants all the time. He loved watching me go to Fashion Week and get dressed. He had all these cute little things on his phone that I would watch him share with people. And it's about celebrating this human life. No one's freaking perfect, dude. Like, that's a myth. And if you're encountering personal development books that have the step-by-steps, instead of just sharing what they know, the game is to lead you to your truth. You have your truth, your family members, your own obstacles, health struggles. Maybe you're up against some things that you wish that weren't in your life. You have the treasure map to your own truth. And I'm just here to reflect that back to you. And that's our relationship. So I'm putting that in there. Okay. So we're going to start in just a sec. Some recent magic I want to share with you. These are the results of truly giving this your all. Congratulations on being here. As you can see on the left side, Paris has been on my vision board forever, but I'm amplifying it. All year long, I wrote myself personalized notes that I would receive from hotels. Dear Miss De La Cruz, thank you for being with us today. Personalized, saying we've set up a bed for your cat Moon in my little notes. And as you can see, I literally wrote, thank you for the personalization under this. And I kept affirming to the universe that this is mine as a done deal. On the right, you'll see the actual result in August, showing up at a hotel, not in a partnership, and having the hotel already stalking my gram, stalking me online. They printed out a photo of my hubby and I and my brand name and welcomed me with the most personalized message that I could have ever created. I could have never dreamt the amount of attention that I would have received from this dream hotel in Paris. And I look back at the manifestation practices and realize that practice produced this. How many of you can get information? Everyone. We can all say, yeah, I deserve that. But it goes into a deeper level of transformation when you commit with conviction to the belief that it is already yours. You experience, you embody in your body the feelings of already having that which you want to create. If this is a new concept for you, 5-day to manifestation course, we're sending it to you Monday. It's really going to explain this because we all deserve this. And people, the really successful ones, some people do this already because, God bless the Nepo babies. If you grow up seeing this in your reality all the time, it's not going to be hard for you to imagine that it can be yours. If you grow up not seeing this every day, it is up to us to create it with a vision board and with the images and things we see and practice every day to remind our subconscious that it could be yours. Do you know what I'm saying? So just a result. The next result I'll share is when I decided to make these pants that were my dad's. I spent my last days with him in New York, and I love fashion. As we all know, I kind of work in it through the career I've had in TV and in publishing, but I used to dream that I could encounter a black car that I see on TV. I used to dream that I'm the freaking girl from Los Banos, the bathrooms, California, getting into a black car, going to a fashion show. And then I dared to also dream that I might be front row. These are just examples of the results that can be created in your life. I was so happy to enter my all partnered Black car service, partnered meaning free, you guys, free, and sitting front row at some of these dream shows. And this one specifically opened with Julio Iglesias, the song I danced to all on the back porch with my dad growing up. And I'm like, is this a real thing right now? When you open yourself up to the universe's messages, to guidance and a peace that surpasses logical understanding, miracles can unfold in your space because your subconscious is allowing and calling them in. It's like a tuning fork. I'm gonna say this. If this is your 5th vision board party with me, you've heard it a million times. Manifestation is like that radio dial, that old school frequency. If you want hip hop in your life and you keep tuning in to 107.2, the country station, and you're like, why can't I hear this hip hop? All I want to see is hip hop in my life. Girl, you're tuning your dial to the country station every time. So if you want to be grateful for seeing lasting results in your space all the time, but you're going around in complaint, misery, doubt, victim mentality, the attuning of your fork can physically not reach the frequency that you're trying to tune into. You got to get to that hip hop station if that's what you want to see in your life. And that's manifestation at its finest. Sweet, sweet. Okay. All right. So we're starting, everyone. I'm really excited. Make sure you have your coffees, your yummies, your teas. What you can expect today. We've already started the 90 minutes of transformation. You'll have an annual intention clearly set for your year. That's happening in a matter of like minutes. You'll create a personalized 2024 affirmation that you can repeat, just like you saw on my Emmys coloring page. No, I wasn't 7 years old. Literally, my team was like, how cute is that from kindergarten? I'm like, probably like 8 years ago. That's fine. You'll have an official goal outline set forth. So no matter if you're transitioning into creating your physical vision board today, you will have clarity on all your goals in every category and area of your life. Someone helped me do this when I started. He sat down with me in a living room once, and I did all of these same vision board guide prompts. And this is how I started my journey to manifesting. You're leaving with that today. We'll have a Q&A and a party, AKA after this, I'll play some tunes, I'll bump them. You can ask all the questions you want. We'll still be giving away prizes in the Instagram broadcast channels. And live giveaways from Benefit Cosmetics, our partners. They're based in New York. Graylin is this fashion brand I've been wearing all year long. $250 gift card just given away today. And Baruch, which is this amazing jewelry company, plus some good eats from some restaurants coming up. So we are gonna start with our first prompt. I do this for an hour every year, but this is gonna suffice for what we're creating and what we're getting into. So take out your journal, if you have one, take out your vision board guide that I've printed too. And we're gonna pop in to the very first question that I have for you today. We're gonna complete last year, that is behind us. We are going to have faith that surpasses understanding. And the question is, or the prompt is, name 3 things that you are grateful for from 2023. And remember, these things can be people. We're gonna bump some tunes for you. Take a moment, grab your pen and paper, and then next, name a way of being or a growth area that you're grateful for from 2023. Just a sense and form of acknowledging the last year you've had.
And I walked off and owned me. Oh my, I thought it was a dream. So it seemed.
Although you're gonna really catch up all my songs, this playlist will be sent. I don't want to into my time. Please God, I think music carries a frequency. Can you hear me a little bit better now? Word. Okay, perfect. I was telling you that I love music. If you didn't hear it. Great. Okay, so put what you're grateful for in the chat. Put one of the ways of being, your growth areas, some of the people you're grateful for, so we can jump all over you and say congratulations on this completion. I literally text my family members ways to congratulate me and things to congratulate me on the exact way I want to receive it. And then I just get congratulations messages from all those family members all day. And I condition my subconscious to be congratulated. Manifestation techniques, those are the kinds of things I just live and breathe of them. Hint, hint, if you're thinking about putting your answer in the chat, you should, because we may or may not be drawing the winner for the first giveaway from the answers. So action is rewarded, interaction is rewarded, show up for yourself. Perfect. Kelsey and Patty are in the corner. I have a little home conference room upstairs. That was on a vision board, by the way. Put a home conference room on a vision board a few years back. The new home we moved into was literally decorated identically. We did it there last year, but I feel like this space is just a little bit more me this year. Ooh, someone quit their job. Yes. Ooh, I saw a boyfriend or maybe an ex-boyfriend. We can be grateful for both, baby. Adversity, that is what life is made of. And as you get more spiritually attuned and you can hear the messages from the angels guiding you, from the spirits in the world, from just the mechanics. I read a lot of books on physics. Law of attraction is just so real. And I used to spend a lot more time defining the science behind it so that people didn't think I was too woo-woo. And now I'm just like, bro, there is such a magic to this. Whatever you believe or don't believe, do it. You'll see the results for yourself. All right, so Patty, health, there's a few more entries coming in. Amen. All right, so I think we have a winner. Oh, selling my car, baby. Healthy pregnancy in my 40s. Amen. Love that. Yep, grateful, 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 grateful for your health. Selling your old car. While they're picking the winner. I wanted to manifest a driver my entire life. If you ask my hubby what my driver's name is, he'll tell you. His name is Tyga. I made him up, but I have my hubby ask about him all the time so that my subconscious can get in the vibe of saying, oh, he's great. He drove me just to get froyo the other day. So I woke up with this revelation one morning. Erika, I had this dream. How are you going to manifest a driver if you're still holding on to your damn car? And I woke up and I go, babe, I'm selling my car today. He goes, what are you talking about? If I am holding on for dear life to the car that I have, how am I making room for the beautiful partnerships and drivers that I'm trying to manifest? And like I just shared, tons of black car partnerships were able to pop up in my space. Not recommending that to everyone, but I was attuned enough to trust myself. If you're just starting your journey, start by manifesting a croissant, something small in your day. All right, who's our winner? And do we have a last name? Godoy. Yesenia Godoy, baby. Who is Yesenia? Oh, I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. Te quiero. So we're just giving away via the chat our $150 gift card to Benefit Cosmetics. Do you guys think that a brow lamination is like good? I'm trying to search TikTok, but I might do the brow lamination this year. Benefit Cosmetics is giving away their brow wax, their brow gel. They put together an amazing package. It's all worth over $150. So Yesenia, if you can drop your email address in the chat now, the squad is going to give you all the information on how to claim it. And that's just the first booth. So now we're getting into the time for you. All right. So Yesenia, congratulations. Now take a little stretch. Maybe put your arms up for a sec, because we're diving in to the goal outline portion. But before that, I am a big coffee fan, and I like to give the analogy that if I have never cleaned my coffee maker, never replaced the damn filter in my life, I don't take the time to tend to the source, which is the coffee maker, how am I going to put my cup underneath and expect that premium Australian brew coffee that I love so much? No, I would get something that's conducive to how well I take care of the machine. So before setting our goals, we're going to take care of your machine. your beautiful mental space, your emotional space. I like to kiss my hand. I don't know why. But I like to just give myself all the good juju and love before starting this. So take a moment, stretch, and in a second, I'm going to have you close your eyes with me. I'm just going to lead you through an alignment. So as you're here with me before closing your eyes, think of what you're leaving behind today to be here and let it go. Think of all the to-do lists, family members, the obligations, the worries, and just let them go to be present with me now. Now go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and release. Release the tension that you might be storing in your jaw area. Wiggle that beautiful, those facial muscles. Make sure they're completely relaxed. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. I want you to visualize now that 3 feet above your head, there's a beautiful white light. Your higher self, the energy of all the interconnection that exists around you, the support and frequency of the universe. Now I want you to imagine that white light is slowly making its way down to the crown of your head. You can feel it meeting the top of your head as it cascades down in this beautiful liquid light, encompassing all your mental faculties, breaking up all of the silly notions that might try and hold you back, all the self-doubts, any repeating narratives that you are storing. Anywhere in that beautiful mind is being broken up with that liquid light as you feel it make its way down over your brow bone, your eyes, nose, mouth, all the way down to your throat, just breaking up any tension that you might be storing that is holding you back from speaking your truths, any masks that you might be wearing or that you feel that you need to put on for the world are being broken up and being restored to your most authentic self. Picture that bright white light expanding and making its way now down to your heart, through your arms, curling around your hands, breaking up any stale energy that you have that are blocking you from receiving the gifts and the beautiful opportunities that are meant for your highest good. Allow that white light to break up any barriers that you have around your heart that are blocking you from acknowledging the desires that are authentic to who you really are. Now you allow that white light to cascade down your abdomen into your seat, breaking up any time that you have ever been sucker punched, any time that you haven't trusted your gut. Now allow that light to travel down your legs, through your shins, wrapping around and illuminating the fold of your beautiful feet or big size 10. Just have that light break up any barriers that you have for your beautiful path forward. And in the center of your mind's eye, declare, I am free from the chains that my subconscious machinery has placed upon me to keep me safe. Thank you for keeping me safe. I release you now. Now, as you're coated in this beautiful white light, you allow it to shoot down far beneath your soles to the center of the planet, grounding you in this truth. You recognize that you are fully supported. You were sent here in this moment for a reason, to outline the beautiful dreams and beliefs of your subconscious, your true self and your highest self that want to come forth in your life. Now I'm going to take your mind to any past disappointment that might still be lingering for you. I did this myself yesterday. I never lead anyone through any guided experience that I haven't repeated myself. And I was present to devastation. Any devastation that you've experienced in the last year or before, bring that to the surface now and feel it. Any loss, any disappointment, sadness, self-criticism, pain that you've been in. You have a space where it wants to be released. The light wants to break it up. Envision that light being turned up so bright that there's no room for that pain to live in your body anymore. Break up the negativity, the self-doubt. You may have been down, but now you are declaring beyond the shadow of a doubt that you are stronger than the mental playlist that may be trying to hold you back. You are stronger than the timelines that the ego has set forth. You are strong enough to believe the dreams that are put into your system. You are courageous enough to take the action and set forth the alignment that you deserve. Consciousness creates reality. And you welcome this pain, to thank it, to acknowledge what at the surface level feels like it went wrong. Maybe there was some loss in your life. I was devastated as I encountered health issues when I lost my father. Maybe there's something you wake up to that takes you to a place that is just not for your highest good. It's not conducive where you want to thrive. You can release that. The world is meant for you to love your life, meant for you to take action on your dreams. All those desires you've been storing, all those blockades that come up for you are meant to be released in this moment. Why the time, world, space, and universal consciousness brought you here. Tune into the frequency of the light. Dissolve all that pain and welcome you into the present to create new goals, new beliefs for your youth. And what I needed to hear was, Mija, you got this. Mija means little girl, baby girl in Spanish. And anything you've been feeling that's been holding you back, pressures, who's going to judge me, being seen is scary, what will my family think? I don't have names, I don't have the generational backing, the legacy. Am I doing this right? Is it confusing? your beautiful little mechanism trying to keep you safe. You're releasing that and you're allowing this beautiful light to take hold and show you the truth, which is that all of that is an illusion that can dissolve around you as you claim the truth, which is you are so ready. You are so the person you need to become now. You just need to step into her and embrace her. Allow that to sink in. As you watch this beautiful light encompass and dissolve all of those negative beliefs, anything that's been trying to tear you down from the ego space, you watch it disappear. And you're present to this beautiful light and guidance. You notice that this white light is shrinking into your core now, dissolving into your cells, culminating right in the center between your heart and abdomen. And it's becoming condensed from the top of your head, from the center of the earth, while squeezing around that center core that is your soul, becoming tinier and tinier. And it's moving to the upper left-hand side. But now all you see is this beautiful twinkly little light. It's shining right around your heart space, reminding you where it lives. You see that heart swell with openness and love and a belief that you know is the truth. As that twinkly little light fades and integrates with the heart that lives within you, you are left with a knowing that that is louder and shines brighter than anything in your mental faculties trying to keep you safe. Your heart and soul knows the truth and answers. A deep breath in. Allowing that twinkly little light to fully integrate with your physiology. And release. One more deep breath in, beginning to become aware of the space that you're in, space around you. As you feel this joy that this twinkly light brings, thanking you that you're about to create the most beautiful goals and intentions, the ones aligned with your purpose on the planet and your true self. And beautiful eyes. Just join us in 3, 2, 1. Take a beautiful moment. Congratulations.
Rachel,
I will tell you that.
what do you want from Chick-fil-A?
No, I don't want
have
anything.
your microphone on. I can hear
You don't want nothing to eat?
No, I'm not.
And okay, there we go. Everyone can hear me now. Great. Amazing. Congratulations. 10% of the planet lives in that successful zone. They see what they want to create. They think it's easy. They think opportunities flow to them with ease. They feel that they take action when they have intuition. Those people practice this with frequency. So you just did what 90% of the population won't do, but once every 2 years, which is to take a moment to align your physiology. And it was easy, I hope, a little bit easier. Next week, you'll have me in your inbox for just a 2-minute session like this, just 2 minutes to start your day, the 5 days to manifestation. Because I'm not going to leave you after this. I'm going to make sure that through next week, you got a little bit of me in your inbox to be able to recreate this aligned space. So take a moment, take a deep breath in, and we're just going to create verbally and out loud who you actually are this year. We're going to be victors, not victims. We have released the negativity, all those beautiful thoughts that the machinery spews at you daily. It's primitive. It just wants to keep you safe, AKA don't take the risk. Believe that you'll be judged. Don't be seen. That's the way that your beautiful little body is trying to keep you safe. But we have just aligned with our soul, the one that takes the chances, the risks, because it knows that there is a fail-safe underneath. There is a net. So this is not repeat after me. This is declare with me. So I do this daily. You're going to create one for yourself in a moment. But to clear your space and then get into the goal setting for the new year and the vision board outline, you're going to declare who you are. So I am, on the count of 3, we're going to say, I am loved, chosen, secure. If you do not have your screen up, if you can't see my presentation, pull it up. And we're going to declare that. And that energy is going to be so prominent. You're going to feel it in your bones. And I will put this slide in the broadcast channels after this. We're going to give you the link to the broadcast channels so that you can repeat this tomorrow and daily if you'd like. So on the count of 3, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. I am, say it with me, everyone, loved. I am chosen, secure, talented, special, clear, blessed, and extraordinary. I am a masterpiece. I am loved. I am connected to an inner wisdom from within and above that will never let me down. Sorry about that. I show up, surrender, take action, and trust in a divine love that has me. That which makes me whole, strengthens, and supports me unconditionally. Miracles unfold in my space. I am who I know I'm meant to be now. A committed pioneer of my own soul. Who can argue with that? Woo, baby. Congratulations. This is it, baby. So in the vein of the contribution and impact you're making, who are you going to become through this process? Who have you grown into standing in 2025? That beautiful woman. I've done all of this, by the way. I never hold a session that I have not gone through myself prior, because otherwise I wouldn't be too good of a vessel and it wouldn't be in integrity with what we're going through today. So who I'll become standing in 2025 personally is a peaceful version of myself that allows the path of the universe to co-collaborate with my actions here on the planet. Because lately I've been like, oh, all my actions are crushing it in the world. But the universe has been like, Erika, we've showed you your path. Might be doing a little bit more than you should be. You might be burning out. So for 2024, I'm not going to be burning out. I'm going to listen to the universe because I don't need a stronger message to come hit me in the face in the form of anything. I don't need a health breakdown to finally show me that I need some time. So expect some good juju, some outfits. I'll be in New York, Mexico, where else? I'll be in Europe in the coming months. And I have an event like this April 6th. I want to check in with you 4 times a year. Every quarter, we'll do a tiny check-in. It'll be a little shorter than this. It's only 60 minutes the rest of the year. But we'll put a link in the chat at the end of this so that you can make sure to hop on. Maybe I'll be in Mexico. Maybe I'll be in Paris. We'll talk about it. So who will you become standing in 2025? And then lastly, why? Your why. Why is it important for you to accomplish all of this year? And I'll give you on another one of my vision boards. I put my why really clearly on a board one year, and it was that in my intuitive gut, I know that I have the capacity to do so much good on the planet, and to let that information and that sharing go dormant and go to waste would be a travesty. So, oh yeah, there we go. So here's my one. Thank you. So this particular vision board I created, I had every single one of my guide prompts pasted to it. So I have tremendous abilities to succeed in what I want to do and the information I want to share, and to let myself be the only obstacle would be disappointment to my soul. So I need to do this to fulfill on my soul path, and to help the many who need the information to ignite, empower, and fulfill their own dreams and wishes. All y'all's dreams and wishes. I'm here because that's why I do this. Aw, I got to reconnect with that. I haven't read that in a while. I feel good. So that is your why. So the other portion that's on here is a space that I always love to leave on our vision board guide: past, present, and future. So moving into the next slide, this is a space for you to write anything at your leisure, add about your past, your present, and your future. So I'll give you my own example from maybe this board here. So my past, what I wrote was purposeful events, people, and thoughts that have held the door open to this sensational life. The past is pure gratitude, occurrences that were my exact map. All about your exact map. A lot of people curse the obstacles that are in front of them, not realizing that their specific flavor of lessons have come in the form of them. And there's hope beyond the pain, I promise, I promise. Present, I wrote a grateful, perpetuating state where I can make decisions and take actions toward my ultimate goal. The only place to build from is the present. That's what I wrote. And for future, I wrote anything I want. A fearless thought where I can do and be anything I want to be. That was 2 years ago. But I still can do and be anything I want to be. Can do and be anything we want to be. So good. Amen. Give me a little, what is this, shaka? Is this a shaka? Have we gone far on these goals? I want to read more of them. I got a lot of the career ones, beautiful. A lot of the personal affirmations, beautiful. I can do anything I set my mind to, exactly. We tell ourselves so many negative things sometimes, and we believe them. Where are you declaring and putting in these? The ones that support and cheer you on. Showing up for myself always, exactly. Boom, baby, I am never alone. You are never alone, ever. And I felt really alone. After my family lost everything, I felt pretty alone. And it wasn't until I accessed YouTube videos of Bob Proctor, who passed away, but he was an old school personal development teacher, and he started talking about this stuff. And I was so grateful to have him that I'm like, oh, I could become that pretty much. And so that's why I do these, and I continue to do them through the year, because I need help. I never do my own personal work alone. I still don't. I work best when I'm guided through a process. People are like, oh, you don't need a coach, you don't need a mentor. I'm like, I need a coach, I need a mentor, I need these plans for myself. Bob, his last name was Proctor. Yeah, thank you, Chrissy. I see that in you. So finish up all of the goals that you've outlined. We're gonna rock into a little vision board creation sesh, but making the last, right? The feeling of alignment, being so present to your goals, set forth your affirmation. How do you keep it top of mind? That is why I'm not leaving you hanging. Starting Monday, 5 days to manifestation start. So in your inbox, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. If you're here right now, you don't have to do anything because 5 days of manifestation will be in your inbox starting Monday, 10 minutes a day. Commit to yourself because behavior is what sustains intellectual declaration. So intellectually, you can declare that you're loved, supported, secure, and powerful. But putting it into practice is what transition becomes from information to transformation. So how do you get 5 days of manifestation? We just said it's in your inbox already, starting Monday. But the other way is to head to the broadcast channels. So I would head there right now because the favorite fashion giveaway I mentioned might be giving away right there. So it is on Instagram. If we haven't connected yet, I'm reposting all day. I want to follow you. I'm excited to stay connected through the year. You need a little bit more realness in your life, some ugly tears. I guarantee that you'll get that there. So head to Notes from E. There's Notes from E right on my Instagram profile. Follow, join the broadcast channel, and we'll be talking about the 5 days of manifestation every day next week. But we'll also be putting in all the yummy giveaways that we have set forth for next week. So we have luxury, we have travel, if you're manifesting relationships, if you're manifesting your bank account. I use certain things at home. I have a money blanket built, like it literally has dollar bills all over it to remind me that money loves me. I can cuddle up and have a good relationship with it. I'll give that away in the broadcast channels this week. Not mine, but another one. We're giving away Ceremonia, like this beautiful bow. Scarves, we have Banana Republic as a partner. All for the 5 days to manifestation celebration this week. So it's in the broadcast channels. So head there now. After you watch your manifestation video every morning, I am going to prompt you with something just for yourself in the broadcast channel every single day to hold you to account, to be there for you. You're not alone. You don't got to do this alone. Basically be sliding into your DMs all week long in the broadcast channel. So the other thing I love, by the way, which I've already shared, but is gifts. I love goodies. I love receiving them. They make me feel special. That's why I got the whole squad and the team to make sure that we have giveaways in the broadcast channels all week long. Speaking of, right now, Gabby is on deck looking through the broadcast channel. And if you're in there already and you're following Erika De La Cruz, you're qualified to win a $250 gift card to Graylin just for showing up for yourself today on the Vision Board channel. Found the notes, amazing. How do I get to the broadcast channels? Will you put in my gram account, Kelsey? Oh, here we go. Follow E's Instagram. So my Instagram's right there. So is the broadcast channel. Pop in there. Stay tuned. Part of a community. And when you're in there, that's the only qualification you really need to get the next adorable items that we're giving away. Congratulations on showing up for yourself. I was that girl. I still am that girl. People who ever say that girl is cheesy, the one with the affirmations on her board, the one that's showing up to create goals for the year, you're going to look back and smile and laugh at those people for what they've achieved after you're done with your journey. I do it all the time. I love it because what's cheesy and corny to some is just the shame game coming up for their own personal traumas that they have. All right, so who is our winner? Graylin gift card. I love it. I'm so excited. All right, so if you've joined the broadcast channels, you're entered to win. We have a second giveaway coming in just a second. So if you haven't done that yet, head to my Instagram channel. Make sure we're connected, following, and that you're in. Oh, okay. Can you like the video? There, just told me to like the video in the broadcast channels to see who's there. Although, oh, perfect. Okay, so like the video that's up in my broadcast channel right now so that they can draw a winner of y'all. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. I just recorded that for you. Love you. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. So as they're drawing the great, oh, and who is it? Oh, perfect. Armida Tabasi. Congratulations. So Graylin is one of the most luxury brands that I've found that it is accessible this year. I'm all about fashion. I love it. And it's one of the best that I've found. So if you will drop your email, congrats, baby. And you have a second chance. If you're in the broadcast channels, just go ahead and interact with the video that I put up. The next 5 days, starting Monday, of giveaways, you will see them right there. I'm going to do a video. All you have to do is answer the question each day that's for your highest good to be entered to win the prize that we have. So some vision board tips as we rock and roll into this. I'm basically going to, in one moment, we're going to bump the tunes. If you have your vision board tools out, tag me in the vision boards that you're creating. I would love to repost them all day long. I'm reposting everything. But some tips: rewrite the answers that you created for yourself today, put them on the board. I already talked about that. Rewrite them to commit them to memory. Cut out words, photos, and inspiration that represent the goals you created. And also, 2 things: write your name on the board where you can see it, and write the word thank you on the board where you can see it. Oh yeah, so the broadcast, so I have a few questions. So the broadcast community for the 5 days to manifestation is right on my Instagram. Let me go back 2 slides, P, I love you. Is right on my Instagram profile, right here. So on the right, bottom right-hand side, look at the arrow, it says notes from E. And it should be highlighted right there. It says broadcast channel. And that is where you'll get all of the daily doses of goodness, the commitment to what you created here today for the rest of the year, and all my favorite things. Perfect. So who's creating their vision boards? I'm so excited. Who's creating their vision boards today? I want to know, yeah, baby. I'm excited to see the final product. So those are some tips. And now, as for joining that community and making sure that you're committed for yourself this year, you get to win one more thing because I love giveaways. So in the broadcast channels all year long, I go in there and I'm sent a lot of things. I own a media publication called The LA Girl, #1 lifestyle publication in Los Angeles. We rank #1 for where to shop. I get a lot of goodies all year long. And while I'd love to keep them all, I go directly to my newsletter and directly to my broadcast channels to give them away. So past this week, that's what you can expect this year. So right now there's this amazing company from Mexico. They hand make jewelry and they use frequency to do it. So you can send them a recording of your affirmation or your intention for the year. And based on your audio wave, they will create a wave that is the same frequency. And it's going to be a jewelry customized piece of your choosing. And I'm not sure who you are yet, but I'm really excited because I love them as a brand. For 5 days of manifestation, we're giving away more jewelry in the broadcast channels this week. But I think we have a winner. Oh, Gab? Yeah, okay, she's grabbing the winner, so that's perfect. One more thing is the LA Girl. So the LA Girl, if you're based in Los Angeles or not, there's all things to do LA, and there's a giveaway that they're hosting. You have till the end of the day to enter. But if you look up the LA Girl on Instagram, the very first post should be the vision board party post, and drop your favorite thing about Los Angeles in that post to be entered to win a $150 gift card to Vidiri, the new LA hotspot. It's on top of the Kimpton, 360-degree views of the entire city. So I'm spiritual, all right? And I don't have to be dressed in a burlap sack at the top of a mountain to be. So if you're in this community, you probably love yummy restaurants, views, fashion, luxury, all the good stuff. You're that girl. It's it girly spiritual vibes for me. I can carry my Dior and still be aligned and meditate daily. So just so you know a little bit about me. Claudia Patino, where are you at? You just won the Baruch jewelry piece. They are going to customize a jewelry piece for you based on the frequency of the intention or affirmation that you set today. So surprising and delighting is my forte, and I love it. Oh yeah, if you're not from LA, you can still enter this giveaway, save the gift card, send it to a friend. The LA Girl giveaway, just tell us what you love about Los Angeles in that first post. And our social media coordinator is here. all female team, Latina owned. I'm biased because I own the media publication, but it's an amazing read. And there's a lot of evergreen content for Christmas. It's like all the recipes, all the goodness, all the DIY sent directly to your inbox. So follow, comment on the first post to enter to win that. And let me know if there's any other questions on the giveaway logistics front. In the broadcast channels, obviously we're giving away prizes, but I'll also drop today's playlist in there. I like to take a hot girl walk to a playlist that motivates me. I love these songs. They're curated to let go of that is stopping you, not to care what other people think, and to release that connection and condition that you have placed on yourself to be loved and affirmed by others for your worth and value. Instead, you create your worth and value, and the people who show up are meant to acknowledge that for yourselves. So I'll put the playlist in the broadcast channels following this. And the declaration that we said together will also be in the broadcast channels today so that you can save it. We'll put it in the thank you email follow-up. Cool. So we are popping into just playlist time. I'm going to jam out. Please put any questions in the chat, or if you have your hand raised, we have time for maybe 2 that are out loud about manifestation, vision boarding, or the 5-day to manifestation course. 5 videos on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You do them at your leisure. They're 10 minutes of your time to commit to yourself. They go through the mechanics of law of attraction, and 2 minutes that I'll lead you through a meditation. Cool. Stay motivated. And right now, thank you. Kelsey, just let me know, and then Megan will get to you. If you want to sign up right this second and plan your year ahead, April 6th is our next virtual. It's a little bit shorter. It's just fine tuning your attraction point. Seeing if you're aligned with the goals you set forth for yourself. April 6th, and the link to RSVP is in the chat right now. Kelsey's putting that in there. And then I'll see you on the challenge on Monday. See you on the broadcast channel. It's real. I love you. If you've been to other vision board parties, I would love to know which ones. If this is your first one, it's an amazing community. And it's the 10% that take the time to curate their state of alignment, their state of being, before taking the action. So while the rest of the world is acting and reacting, the goal here is that who you're going to be taking that action, to have the source of that action and those goals be aligned and from your highest good space, because you've taken the time to be there. That's what this week. Oh, perfect. So Megan, you can unmute yourself. And we are rolling into some playlist Q&A. So do you have any questions? Miss Megan, I see your hand up. And so you can unmute yourself so we can hear you, or if you'd like, you can just drop a question in the chat bar. And if you can't find your unmute, it should be at the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Amazing. So, Haja, am I saying that right? If I'm not, unmute yourself so you can correct me. Or Jennifer Shaw. Perfect.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
I found it and now someone else found theirs. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead. We're going to start with Haja. Is that correct?
Yes, Haja.
Hey, gorgeous boo. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you? I just want to say thank you for having this. My question is, how do you kind of move past the fear of taking big leaps and really big steps that you've never been able to put yourself in before?
Yeah, I love that. So I love that you're getting 5 days to manifestation, because for me, there were leaps and bounds that I'd never envisioned that I could do that now seem like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. And it's about putting yourself into the mental framework and space of what your physiology and your mental space would be if you had taken the leap, you had done the thing, you had seen the results, and you were basically just living in the results that you have present day, if that makes sense. So fast forwarding to if all of those dreams were achieved, all of them were a done deal, would you be at peace? Would you be relaxed? Would you be fulfilled? And finding that frequency will help you know what frequency you're aiming for in the present moment that you're living in. And how, the question becomes, how can you get to that frequency more often? How can you get there more often? Because that is what's going to fuel those desires. Because instead of waiting for them to happen to feel that way, you're feeling that way and trusting that as a result, those things can drop into your space more easily because they're an attraction for the feelings. If it sounds like craziness, manifestation can sound that way at first. The other two things I'm going to say is there's a book called The Big Leap. It's a fishbowl is on the cover. It's called The Big Leap. It was invaluable for me to realize there's something called a limiting ceiling, a ceiling that you keep hitting your head on, and it's the limit to which you think you can achieve. The Big Leap was a book resource that I used. And the big leaps are going to feel a lot more at ease if they're broken down into those scary chunks. They always say, eat the elephant, right? Just eat the elephant. Eat that frog. I'm sorry. John Lee Dumas has a quote that says, in the morning, you're going to do all the things that are less important. Do the big, scary, juicy one that intimidates you the most, and forget about doing those other 5 for the moment, because you know this is going to be the biggest game changer in the goals you've set forth. And so you can release them, if that makes sense. Last thing I'll say on this, I was and continue to be, my goals get bigger as my trajectory gets larger, and it is scary. And anyone who tells you you're not supposed to feel that fear, I don't know who they are, or what their experience has been, but it's about feeling that fear and having the support and belief system to take those scary leaps anyway. And on that note, getting attuned with who you need to be taking the action is going to be the source to create from when you're trying to decide who is this person that takes these big leaps. You already met her. She's at peace and she's supported, because you know that's what you would feel if it was a done deal. 5 days to manifestation is going to help you so much with this, and I can't wait to hear about the results in the broadcast channel. So yeah, I would take that forth. And if you have more extensive questions, please email them, because I'll have more time to break them down, and I'd love to talk about it more, maybe even in the broadcast channels. So I hope that helped. Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Megan, did you learn how to take the lovely mute off? I'm ready.
I did. Hi. I love this class. I'm so I needed this. I know I needed it. I just wonder if you have any advice for someone you talk about a support system, and I don't feel like I have that at home. I feel like I tell people, I know I'm meant for more. I know I'm going to do something. I know I'm going to build my portfolio this year. I know I'm not, I know I'm going to find a man who loves me and loves my child just as much as I love my son. And he's going to love that kid like it was his own, right?
Yeah.
How do you keep positive in an environment when it's your own family? And how do you keep going, even, whether it be the board or a book or something, what can I do to keep myself positive and to keep myself going to the next session, or to the next goal to keep achieving?
Yeah. No, 100%. I love that you asked that. Please.
Sorry, everyone.
Oh, no. I literally played a video of my ugly cry just so you could see that this is so real. The people who are out achieving, whatever you're seeing with those social media highlights, that's not daily. That's not hourly. You can feel down, depressed, unsupported. That is a normal, beautiful human experience, because extraordinary things come from the adversity that you've faced. And whenever someone in my life is facing it, I'm like, wow, you were meant for really big, beautiful things, because the universe is sending you an environment in the physical that you need to learn spiritually to transform, whether it's within yourself or within your habits, in order to thrive in that lesson that you've been given. We're given lessons every moment, and they're in the form of people, circumstances, and all of those feelings that you go through that are the most normal. And I'd say, number one, keep feeling them and releasing them. Feel through that, because spiritual clearing requires that you feel that pain and you release it. Where it doesn't serve you is if you keep believing it. So feel it, release it, but believing it will put that on repeat so you can have them and still create the results you're going to have, the person that you're going to be in the face of them. And it is by introducing yourself over and over to this work. And it is about accessing an inner world. And I heard you say, you know, you were meant to show up today. Everyone, please hear that that spiritual inclination is going to feel as small and as casual as that sentence just was. And Megan, that was an amazing example of, oh, I just know I was meant to be here. People think that you're going to light up and you're going to get all of these chills and you're going to have this knowing and awakening every time that spirit is nudging you. Your higher self is saying, hey, you're supposed to be here. But those inklings are going to be tiny and small when you're meant to be somewhere. So I would always say, I encourage everyone to expand that spiritual space that you're in with books, with divine gratitude meditation, which is ironically in 5 days to manifestation, time with yourself, repeating affirmations with conviction, church if that's for you. Joel Osteen, I love, he's a really, really amazing, I guess he's a pastor, right? I'm like, he's the best motivational speaker ever. However, that's not just me. I love Many Lives, Many Masters. I love the book Dying to Be Me. I love the book The Alchemist, just to go on a journey of spirituality and finding joy within yourself. Start with the 5 days to manifestation and start to adopt the feelings of having support, and in some crazy magic way, that faith that surpasses the understanding that you have logically, you will begin to feel more supported in your surroundings as if by magic. Ask for guidance from your angels, from the spirits around you. It's become uncool to be woo-woo and spiritual. And that is a part and a name of the game to practice law of attraction, spirituality, the law of energy. There's something bigger that has you. And when you can connect your tiny ego self to the larger portion that has you as its baby, it's like wants you to succeed. It wants you to feel supported. It wants you to learn the lessons there are to learn, but declare that you're the person in the face of those who's going to do it all, have it all, and feel supported anyway. It's about doing it anyway and not work. We work so much on the problem. And Wayne Dyer says, if you think the world is your problem, you're going to have to go send the whole world to therapy. Why don't you just put yourself into an environment to uncover your limited beliefs, to transform the limitations that you see for yourself, and to get to do this more often? It's a repetition game, and you're in the perfect spot to do it. So I would say repeat 5 days to manifestation starting next week, and keep introducing yourself to spaces of meditation, spirituality, and clearing. Next week, I'm going to send a resource list in my newsletter database just for the clearings and the meditative websites that I do. So that's really going to help. I wish I had time to go through every single one. Is Jennifer still on here? Because I did see her. And then if not, Tatiana, we're going to roll out and close with you. But I love you. And Megan, you are so supported. You're meant to have raised your hand first because you were able to connect with me and an entire collective of over 200 people that are here working on themselves, that don't feel 100% of the time, right? Am I right? And we got you, and you're in a safe, beautiful space to create from. And I acknowledge that you're saying in the face of all of that, I'm going to be who I'm declaring I am, no matter what the circumstances are trying to tell me I'm supposed to be. So beautiful. So Tatiana.
Hi, guys.
Hi, gorgeous.
Thank you for this party. I have a question on how you would advise in like incorporating this with kids to get them in that mentality and kind of keep that going on younger generations.
Oh, totally. No, that's so interesting because, like I just mentioned, when I went into Skid Row, it was a youth class, and all I talk to kids about is it's a more simple concept. But the more, I'll say, the more that you learn yourself, the better you'll be able to distill it down for those that you want to clarify for. And so when I'm often talking to children, I basically say, when you can't have something, or when this is a little bit extreme, but when you don't see a home every single day because there were homeless youth, when you don't see that home every single day, you want to feel at a lack, and you want to feel like you don't have the chances that everybody else does who have that home. Maybe it's like that candy bar or whatever it is for you. But you can say who you want to be. If you're relaxed and you're experiencing freedom and you're experiencing love, does that feel good? Yes. Well, what would you call that? Peace or playfulness. Then your declaration on your to-be list is to be playful and at peace. So at school, they're going to teach you all the things that you need to do. At home, we're going to declare every single day who you're going to be. Is it to be nice, if it's a toddler, or is it to be powerful, to be independent so that social media doesn't leak into their frequency? I see that a lot with teenagers. So those are like some distilled down concepts that I love to share with children. But the other one is that words create a world. So it's not what's happening in the world that is going to inform the words that you say and the beliefs that you have. It's the words that are going to transform the world. And it's going to feel like magic, especially if the kids are younger. Like, I don't get it. I look outside and I see the trees. Are you saying if I call them bushes, they'll transform before my eyes? What I'm saying is everything you see around you can transform in your environment if you change. You're the lens, you're the one perceiving the circumstances and the outcomes and the obstacles coming your way. So making room for miracles just involves tending to your mental space as often as possible, feeling good or feeling neutral as best as possible, whether that means saying no to most things or putting yourself in an environment where you're just going to cultivate your highest self. It's going to allow miracles to unfold. So it does start with a bit of magic. And I love that because I talked to the Mental Health Coalition this year about practicing gratitude with youth as well. So 10 things you're grateful for, directing them to that when circumstances that aren't of their favor come up is also just one more really helpful thing. Cool. I love
Thank
it.
you. Is this the recording going to be sent out? I wanted
Yes,
to know.
it'll be sent out next Friday. So what's today? Saturday. So it'll be sent out Friday, right in time for you to have finished the 5 days to manifestation. You can go through the exercise we did today. I'm putting the playlist in the broadcast channels now. And we might just end with one more song. I'll dance you off. But if you have some vision board tools, grab them now. Start creating your boards. I'm so excited. I'm going to see you April 6th here live. It'll be a lot more interactive and it'll be a little bit shorter. The check-ins are incredible. You'll be on the broadcast channels and now you'll get the 5 days to manifestation that follow this. So I'm excited. I'm going to be reposting all day. I can't wait to see you there. And I love you guys.
Hi. I had a quick question.
Yeah.
My question was like, I know all the goals I want to accomplish and I put them into habits and reward systems because some of them are like, if I do this goal, it's like a 2-in-1, two birds, one stone type of thing. Yep. But I'm very confused about the I am and the affirmations.
Yeah.
For that, I've never really been good with words when writing them. And like, how would I go about writing them? Because I was here at the very beginning. Like I was here. I'm just a little bit like confused about like
intention.
Yeah. Oh, like what do I want to feel when I accomplish these goals?
This is something amazing because are you talking about this year I am being?
Yeah, that's what and like I will experience
Yeah, that's perfect. Let me reiterate this. And it's such a beautiful thing to tie a bow on this, because my whole life is about being, not doing. More can be achieved from your state of being than you've ever thought possible. The doing could be erased or expedited just by being in a state of being that allows for magic to happen and the law of attraction to bring you the things on your goal list. So what I mean by this year I am being, I want you to go to the end of all the goals you listed, and having achieved all of them, what would your state of being feel like sitting in a future fulfilled? This is a great question. It is a complex topic, which is why we have the 5 days to manifestation. This is the most law of attraction topic in this entire session. Go there in the future. Would you feel relaxed? Would you feel at ease? Would you feel open, grateful, at peace, powerful? So how you would feel having all the things is declared.
Okay.
Now, come to your present state.
Okay.
If you are relaxed, at ease, at peace, and grateful, now that is the space you're living from this year. It is a direct match to attracting having all those things. And this is so beautiful, so beautiful. It is reverse engineering goals. Instead of working from, okay, I'm going to do all the things, get the stuff, and then I'll feel at peace. It's about declaring who I'm being this year, at peace and fulfilled. At peace, fulfilled, and grateful. I'm making that up, but that could be it. I'm declaring that that is who I am, and I'm remembering that that is my state of being that I'm committed to this year. So when I am faced with setbacks, with support systems that are at a lack, with an environment that I don't feel is lifting me up, I can remember, how do I get my state into peace, gratitude, and fulfillment? Because that is where the magic happens, and that's where I can create from. So write 3 things there. And then when you're in that space, what will you be experiencing? Love, joy, growth, expansion, support. That's question.
Oh, okay. So like,
Yeah.
for example, if I achieved all the things that I wanted to, I would feel content.
Yes.
I am being content.
Yes. So this is perfect. This is so if you're content, you just did everything that you set forth for the year, boo. And I can't see you because my screen's gone.
Okay.
Do you feel content, or is there a layer beneath that? What's underneath just content? Then you did all of it. Is it
Accomplished? I feel accomplished.
So you feel rested, secure, accomplished. Perfect.
Yeah. I feel like I'm powerful because I've accomplished all the things.
Love it. Perfect. Amazing. So go ahead and keep going.
I feel accomplished, content, fulfilled. Fulfilled is a big thing.
Amazing. So you feel accomplished, attent, and fulfilled. So now put in I am, and your affirmation is I am accomplished. I am content. I am fulfilled. And a power affirmation involves what you get to experience. So every day you can say, I am accomplished, content, and fulfilled. And I experience, what do you experience?
Growth. Growth is like the biggest thing. Healing.
Growth. Yeah, perfect. And if it's 1 or 2 things, your power affirmation that you just created has become, I am content, accomplished, and powerful. I think it was powerful. And I experience growth. So you can have that on autoplay. It can be the background to your phone. You can repeat them 100 times a day for 30 days. That's what I did before I made Vogue's best dress list at the Emmys that I shared earlier. And I really committed to that, because when you repeat something enough, it becomes the truth, because self-doubts are just repetitive beliefs we've adopted that have been around long enough for us to adopt them as truths. Does that make sense?
Yes. And so like I will experience growth and healing.
I love that. So I would almost say, yeah, and I would say that you could move accomplished to what you'll experience and move healed up to I am. So I am healed, powerful, and content, and I experience growth and accomplishment. Woo! See how I
Perfect.
just made that? And so take your experience, and if you want to put that in and move that around, it's such a beautiful personalized affirmation you're doing here today, because if you walk around healed, then you're not in a constant state of trying to get healing. Do you know what I mean? Because you're
Yes.
declaring every morning that you are healed, anointed, perfect, powerful, content, and accomplished.
Okay. So I said I will experience accomplishments, growth, and expansion.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, no, that's incredible.
Perfect. I love it.
I think that was perfect for everyone. The team is like, yo, girl, I want to stay here all day, and slide into my DMs. Please email with any specific questions. I see a few of you. Go ahead and email back to whatever confirmation that you've gotten for the vision board party, and my team will relay it to me. It's a request I give after this party so that I can either record something in the broadcast channels answering your question for everyone, or shoot you a DM back. But we do a lot in the broadcast channels. Lots of your questions will be answered there. Just shoot them to me via DM or via email. And I will see you guys soon. Perf. All right. Te quiero. I'll see you soon. Mwah.